What if female Deku had agreed for part 2? And in the previous part, Izumi was trained by Zera Shigaraki, who is All for One's cousin, who lived for over 180 years like All for One, and Zera had given his life to Izumi to give Izumi 3 cores, and those are number 1, Kotama Tsukami Dollar Store version, and number 2, Extreme Regeneration, and number 3 is a powerful brain slash mind core, and she also got Zera's 180 years of knowledge and took his last name, which makes Izumi's full name now into Zera Shigaraki. That will be very useful in the previous part. As Zera had entered UA High, as we now start the series, as Izumi had entered the UA entrance exam, as the written exam started, Izumi passed because of her intelligence is over the roof, literally, and it's not even funny. As the robot portion started, and in this, Izumi turned the 1, 2, and 3 pointer robots into their metallic body into glass, and then shattering them easily, and then turning the glass back into metal. As she kept doing this, and she also threw the robots around because she has Law's ability, but instead it only works on non-living objects. As Izumi was destroying robots left and right until the zero pointer came in, and Izumi had ignored it until she heard a scream, and it was from Ochako, who was about to be crushed by the zero pointer, and Izumi ignored that as well until Nezu stopped the zero pointer from crushing Ochako. Wow, that would have been dead ass. Izumi only destroying robots had gotten around 240 points, as Izumi had left back home. As on the next day she received a letter from UA and then read it and then threw it in the garbage after she learned that she is allowed in UA. As Izumi on the next day puts on the UA high school clothes and wearing some jewelry with it as well. And the jewelry are a emerald necklace and pink diamond ring and blood diamond ring, both on her right hand, index and middle finger respectively. As Izumi went to UA high and then entered class 1A earlier than most, and no one was there, as she took a seat at the back as she stayed quiet as the other students finally entered. As Izumi, after a bit, two students started arguing, and they are Bakugo and Ida, obviously, and Izumi did not do anything to stop them as she waited for the final stream, and it's Ochako. As after Ochako came in, Aizawa finally got out of his sleeping bag as he tells them to put on their gym clothes on the changing room and meet him outside because they're having a cool assessment. And then Ochako asked about orientation, but Aizawa said he does not have time for that and to go in and change. And everyone does so, the boys for the boys and the girls for the girls. And Izumi did not talk to anyone there until a girl approached Izumi, and it is Momo Yayoruzu. And yes, I can actually spell her name unlike you misfits. As Momo introduced herself, and Izumi looked at Momo, noticing Momo has a distinct smell, of a rich person's perfume. That's what I said. As Izumi introduced herself, as Izumi used her charm and wit to befriend Momo, not the style from Undertale though. I mean Deltarune. As everyone finally leaves the changing room and meets up with Aizawa, who tells Izumi to get in the front as he throws a ball at Izumi and tells her she has to throw it as far as she can. And Izumi says, "In any way I can, is that it?" And after Izumi said that, Aizawa nodded as Izumi used room to send the ball flying, as Aizawa said, 1200 meters. Good job. And after Aizawa said that, everyone starting that saying this is fun. They started saying that this is fun, if you did not hear me correctly. And then Aizawa crushed the Hokusen team as he said, "Whoever gets last will be expelled." And after Aizawa said that, everyone locked in as they started to do the test. And in this, Izumi, and after doing all the tests, it all ended and everyone was sweating buckets until Aizawa said, "Don't worry, I won't expel any of you. I only did that so you would use all your strength in this test." And after Aizawa said that, everyone breathed a massive sigh of relief. As after a while later, Class 1A finally ended. When Izumi was leaving, Momo's approached Izumi, and asked for Izumi's number. Izumi gave it to Momo's, as knowing Momo's can be. Why am I saying this name? Okay, so knowing Momo can be useful to her ruling over the world. As after that, Momo and Izumi parted ways. As we jump cut to a few days later to the Class 1A, and All Might coming in class saying, "I am here," and then saying that the clothes make the pros, and Izumi slightly chuckled since she likes gold, obviously. At this, and after everyone had gotten suited up, they all got out as Izumi was wearing a black full body suit and over it a black jacket and black trousers with two holsters for guns that only shoot plastic bullets. But she had probably turned the plastic bullets into metal or even gold or even titanium. But that part will be on later. As after that, All Might explain how the heroes versus villain test works. As the first round is between the villains Shoro Todoroki and Katsui Bakugo and the heroes Izumi Shigaraki and Momo Yayoruzu. As the four of them went to their places, as Momo asked if Izumi had a ban, and Izumi nodded as she asked Momo to use her creation group to create a wooden riot shield and a wooden bat. As Momo was confused at first, but did but did so as after that Izumi took those and then used her item transmutation ability quirk ability, which is a part of her object manipulation slash greed quirk, to turn the wooden weapons into titanium slash diamond weapons combined. As Momo was surprised, she asked how Izumi did that, and Izumi said, My quirk allows me to control objects. It's called an object manipulation quirk. And here's the plan. And after Izumi said that, she explained the plan to Momo as Momo nodded, and after a bit Almighty in the booth said, The first round of the Heroes vs Villains test starts now. 3 to 1, go! And after he said that, Todoroki froze the entire building, which made Bakugo furious, as Izumi would have somehow managed to get up there so quickly and then kick down the door to the bomb room as Todoroki threw ice at her, which Izumi dodged, as she said, Is that it? You can't even agree on who should fight me first. And once Izumi said that, she kicked Todoroki towards Bakugo as Bakugo said, Shut the hell up! And after Bakugo said that, Izumi threw the ice Todoroki created at both of them as he said, Shoto, you hide behind your house because you're scared of your fire. And Bakugo, you're just a wild dog chasing scraps. Pathetic. And after Izumi said that she used Koto Amatsukami, Dollar Store Koto Amatsukami, on Bakugo's hatred gets directed at Todoroki for stealing his spotlight, and Todoroki becomes irritated at Bakugo's undisciplined way of doing things. As they both started to fight, as Izumi gave Momo the signal as Momo got to the bomb and touched it, and all my surprise as winner, hero team. And after he said that, Bakugo and Todoroki were annoyed at Izumi manipulating them so easily, as All Might surprised, and Momo and the other students surprised as well how Izumi managed to control them so easily, as Momo said that plan actually worked. And after Momo said, Izumi said, Yeah, it worked. Now let's go. And after Izumi said that, she and Momo went to the student booth as the rest of the matches went the same. As Izumi went back home and is right now on her bed, as Momo texted Izumi and it read, what the fuck did it read? Where the fuck did the script go again? As it reads, Thank you for your plan for today. How about we train together from now on? And after Izumi read that, she replied with, Okay, I will come to your place then. And after Izumi replied that, the texting ended as Izumi and Momo trained a week together, which made Momo much stronger and becoming more creative with her creation quirk until on one day, in class 1A, Aizawa told them about the USJ and everyone was on board, and on the next day, everyone was in a bus which was getting them to the USJ as Tsuyu asked who they think is the strongest, and everyone other thinks of Todoroki, Bakugo, or Izumi. And most of them say it's Izumi because she was able to make Bakugo and Todoroki fight each other. As the bus finally arrived at the USJ and everyone got out of there as Hero has 13 explained, Black Hole Quirk Hero 13 explained the dangers of a quirk. As after that was explained, everyone finally entered the USJ as Kurogiri appeared saying, Sorry, heroes, but we are going to invite ourselves in. And after he said that, the villains started pouring in the USJ as Kamane says, Whoa, you guys are doing fake villains? And then Kirishima says, Yeah, that's so manly! And after Kirishima said that, Aizawa says, Those are real villains. And 13, keep the students safe. And after Aizawa said that, he started to fight the villains as Kurogiri created portals to teleport everyone away, as Izumi was teleported as well to the water area. And as Izumi was falling to the water, she turned the water into ice as she landed softly, and then looked around seeing Tsuyu and Manetta on the boat, and villains around there, as Izumi froze the entire water area to where all the villains were now captured in ice and trapped, as Izumi says, You two, get out of here. I'm going to help the others. And after Izumi said that, both of them nodded as Izumi left to help the others, which she could easily do because of her pocket dimension ability, which is basically Kamui but without the hacks. And only she can get in there as well. As Izumi used her Kamui dimension, which we'll call Kamui dimension because I don't have time for that. Because I don't have time for a new name. As Izumi used it to go around the USJ helping everyone, as she kept helping them all until she went to the mill as she saw Aizawa and started to help Aizawa as he was impressed by her quick thinking and the helping of other students. As and after that Shigaraki slashes saying, Nomu, kill the girl. And after Shigaraki said that, the Nomu rushed in about to attack Izumi, but she used Doom to send a metal door to the Nomu as the Nomu was sent flying to the wall. As Kurogiri says, Interesting, a code that will manipulate objects, any of kind. What do you think, Master Shigaraki? And after Kurogiri said that, Shigaraki was annoyed, said, No, that Nomu is supposed to be as strong as the All Might. Kurogiri, tell the others to get the brat. And after Shigaraki said that, Aizawa froze as he heard Master Shigaraki, because Izumi's full name is Izumi Shigaraki, so this already alarmed him a lot because because Shigaraki is me Shigaraki, you guys know how that works. So this is a really good plot point if you really think about it. As Izumi also heard it and knew Aizawa did too, as she quickly decided this Shigaraki needed to die because Izumi knows about All for One and most of his plans because of Zera Shigaraki, All for One's cousin. And in some of Zera's 10 years of memory, is 180 years of memory, Izumi learned about the Nomu and about most of All for One's plan and about All for One's successor, but she never learned who it was though. But after seeing the Nomu and this villain Shigaraki saying his last name is Shigaraki of all, which is All for One, and Yuichi, which is All for One's name in Zen Shigaraki, I guess, and Ryuichi's name, who is Ryuichi Shigaraki, the first user of One Color, and also her master Zera's name, and she connected all the dots and came to a conclusion that Shigaraki right here was All for One's successor, and Izumi locked in, knowing she has to kill Shigaraki right the hell now. And then Izumi rushed in, creating a sword out of thin air because the air is a type of object if you really think about it, because atoms exist. As she was blocked by a no, but she fights a no as Aizawa joined in as he said, I will worry about the last name thing later. Let's fight for now. And after Aizawa said Izumi nodded as she and Aizawa stalled the no move, and it was working until Shigaraki and Kurogiri joined in. And because of that, Izumi and Aizawa were losing as Shigaraki managed to get a hold of Izumi's arm as it decayed slightly as Izumi stabbed Shigaraki as he left from her, not fully decaying her hand as he said, Heh, guess you need a hand. And after he said that Izumi smirked as her hand regenerated as he said, no one saw this, but I think I need to take yours first. And after Izumi's hand regenerated, Shigaraki was surprised as Bakugo and Todoroki finally came in as Izumi told them to take care of Shigaraki, and Bakugo was annoyed and Todoroki was too as well, but they did it as they teamed up because Izumi had seen them coming, so she used Kotoama Tsukai to make them team up. As they both fought Shigaraki, Izumi went to Aizawa saying, I need one step and I can defeat it. And after Izumi said that, Aizawa nodded his delay as he and Izumi started to fight the Nomu, and finally Izumi had to get the stab at, at the Nomu as she said, checkmate. And after she said that, the Nomu's body twisted as spikes came out of the Nomu as Izumi stomped on its brain, killing it, which was brutal and gory, but no one saw that except as Kurugi seeing that decided to he and Shigaraki needed to leave as he created a to take Shigaraki away and it succeeded as they both disappeared and Izumi internally say, damn it, bastards escape. And after everyone breathed a sigh of relief, All for One finally arrived, but the battle was already over as everyone was taken to the hospital and Yue was trapped down for a week to deal with the press. And after a few days later, Izumi was approached by Aizawa in her hospital room and Aizawa said, I heard his name, so why is that villain's and your last name the same? And after Aizawa said that, Izumi scoffed, saying, I'm going to be straight with you. I was adopted by a man who had the last name Shigaraki, and since he adopted me, now I have his last name. And so he died, and right now I'm alone, but I don't really know who that villain is. So please don't talk to me about it, because I am also surprised as well. And after Izumi said that, clearly lying, Aizawa said, fine, I will believe you for now, but I can still feel you're not telling all the truth, but I won't question as long as you being here does not cause the other students to get harmed. And Aizawa said that he left as Izumi was in her afternoon until Momo came in and sat on the chair as she said, are you alright? And then Izumi said, yeah, and then Izumi said, yes, as Momo said, well, I got you some food for you, and here's it, and if you have the time, then you could eat it. After Momo said that and after Momo said that, Izumi nodded as Momo left. And just want to mention, I wanted to ship them, but I don't want a war in my comments. And because I've never seen romance writing this will give me an aneurysm for how cringe it will be. So we now time skip to the US Sports Festival as we now show the obstacle race, and in this obstacle race, Izumi created an earth carpet and then used her room to fly it to the finish line while using her item chest mutation to make the 0 point as even straw via turning their metal into titanium or diamond. And once the obstacle race had ended, she turned them back into metal because she's not letting anyone have that precious diamond for themselves for free. And Izumi also got the number one, and Izumi was number one in the obstacle race, so she now has a 10 million point headband. As a Calvary battle started, Izumi teamed up with Mei Hatsume, Momo Yarurozu, and Ochako Uraraka. As she told them the plan, and they were surprised and found it very unethical too, but decided to do it either way. As Midnight said go, Izumi activated her room around the entire arena as everyone's head was flying, and almost everyone's head flew towards Izumi's hand except Bakugo's, Todoroki's, and a few other teams. As because they were fast enough to react and catch their attention for flying to Izumi's head. As some of the crowd said that this is cheating, but President Mike said, "No, folks, what the girl is doing with the emerald necklace is completely allowed, so be on the toes if she will make you surprised again." And after President Mike said that, the crowd calmed down as the one-on-one match started as tournament started as the first round is between Izumi and Shinso, and when they both came in the arena, Mina had given the goal as Shinso started bad-mouthing Izumi, but Izumi did not say speak back since she had read Shinso's file. So Izumi quickly got behind Shinso and kicked him out of the arena. She said, "I read your file, so I know about your Quirk kid." And after Izumi said, the Shinso side annoyed as the rest of the matches went on the same. As in the jump cut to Izumi talking to Endeavor and Endeavor ordering Izumi to take back to make Todoroki use his fire, and Izumi saying that why should you, and Endeavor saying that he will give her an internship to his agency, but Izumi said that won't work, that she will only do it if he pays her, and Endeavor scoffed annoyed as he agreed as the quarterfinals started as the one for all tournament started, and the first round of the quarterfinals is between Izumi, Shigaraki, and Shuru Todoroki as they both got to the arena, and winner gave the goal as Todoroki tried to freeze Izumi, but Izumi dodged, and Shizuru put pressure on Todoroki, telling him that he's weak and that he had to give it his all even to meet a bit of her power. And after Izumi was getting on the edge, and as Todoroki was getting on the edge of the arena, basically Izumi forcing him to fuck her up. Basically, Izumi fucking him up. That's what she is doing. And Todoroki was on the edge of the arena until Todoroki, in a fit of rage, used his fire on Izumi, which Izumi turned into cold air as she felt the breeze. As she said, "See, that's so bullshit. Why can I talk? I guess that's why my English is my second language. I guess whatever." Okay, as Izumi said, "See, it's that easy. You're weak compared to me. Not even a fire can work for me. It's weak, pathetic. I don't get why I even made you use it. If it's this weak." And after Izumi said that, she kicked Todoroki off the arena as Midori said, "Winner, Izumi Midoriya." And after Midori said that, winner jump cut to the semifinals and Izumi dog walking on Ida. And then we jump cut to the finals and Bakugo and Izumi got on the arena as Midori said, "Okay folks, this is all you've been waiting for the finale. We now start the finals of the one-on-one tournament between Izumi Shigaraki and Katsui Bakugo." And begin. And after Midori said that, Izumi looked at Bakugo, saying, "You should jump off the arena, sweetie." And after Izumi said that, she used dollar store Kotoama Tsukami in Bakugo's mind as Bakugo's mind was now subjected to make him jump off the arena as everyone was holding their breath surprised as Bakugo was walking to the edge of the arena until his mind went to the vestige world, and yes, because Bakugo had gotten all for one. No, wait, one for all. Yeah, I want to say that. And he had it 10 months before UA High. Once was in the Western world, the other one for all users knocked some sense into him, as Bakugo's left finger was damaged as he got out of Kodoama Tsugami. As Izumi notices it and wonders how did he do that. As Bakugo angry says, "The hell was that? You think you can fall inside my head and make me bow? You're dumber than you think, Shigaraki." And after Bakugo says that Izumi used her mind quirk, and one of those abilities of her mind quirk is mind reading, and Izumi read Bakugo's mind as she realized Bakugo had one for all, and after learning that Izumi's side as she got half serious and kicked Bakugo in the stomach, breaking a rib as she says in a low tone to where only Bakugo hears, "I know what you have, Bakugo, and it was stupid for when All Might even give it that to you. Really, it's pathetic. He should have given it to me instead. I am very much better than that." And after Izumi said that Bakugo was in pain and also very angry, I said, "Shut the hell up, you bitch!" And after Bakugo said that Izumi used her mind quirk as she and Bakugo came in the Western world, as Izumi looked at the previous one for all users, as she said, "Interesting, the previous one for all users." And after Izumi said that, she raised her mind quickly and learned everything about them, and before they could say anything, Izumi pulled herself and Bakugo from the Western world as they get back to the US Festival, as Izumi kicked Bakugo off the arena in a low tone to where only Bakugo hears. Izumi says, "Make sure to be strong, or I will make sure to take one for all from you." And after Izumi said that, Bakugo passed out as Midori said, "Winner, Izumi Midoriya." And after Midori said that, everyone cheered as this is where the US Sports Festival ends, as Izumi takes her money from Endeavor because of she made Todoroki use his fire. And once the festival ends, Izumi gave All Might a single glance as she left. And this is where we end part 2 of what if female Deku had a great core.